Hi everyone, welcome back to today's live. I'm so happy you are joining us. Awesome. Let me know in the comments, where are you from? I love to know that because if you don't know, if you don't know yet, I am from Brazil. I'm Maria Fielding. And I have been living in the United States since 2016 or since 2016. Okay, I'm just going to wait a little bit. Turkey, oh my goodness. Hello, Turkey. I'm just gonna give a couple of seconds for people to join us. We are live on YouTube and also on Instagram. Hello. Let me just make sure over here everything is set up. All right. Just a second. Over here. I just need to make sure that it's everything okay on our YouTube as well. Yes, it is. I can see everything over here. Yes, join us now. Very good. Thank you. Yes, share to your friends about this live because today love is in the air because we are going to talk about Valentine's Day. If you have not seen our newest post on Instagram, is about Valentine's Day. So there we are talking about the origin of Valentine's a little bit and what we celebrate here in the United States, how we celebrate Valentine's Day in the United States. So let me share my screen over here. Let's just find. It's supposed to be this. Just make sure that everything is all right over here. And I'm going to share with you guys as well, okay? So bear with me there. Here. And over here again. Hi, everyone. Once again, my name is Maria Fielding, and I'm from Brazil. I have been living in the United States since 2016. When I came to the United States, guess what? Did I know English back then? No. I didn't know English at all. It was frustrating for me because I didn't want to go out. I wasn't able to communicate effectively. I was afraid. I felt like I lost my identity. So it was a mess in 2016. But I realized that I was I wanted to be perfect in English. I wanted to use, English the same way I say, the same way I use my Portuguese, which is my native language. And this is not true. You have to be able to communicate effectively, but it doesn't need to be perfect. All right. So if you are here, that's a little bit of my story. I have a lot to say, of course, about that. How did I learn English? But it's for another video. So today we are going to talk about Valentine's Day. Oops, over here. About Valentine's Day. Let me choose another one over here. So Valentine's Day is on February 14th. So it's going to be on Friday. And it's not a holiday, but it's a special day to celebrate, friendship, and we celebrate around the world. What people do here in the United States, at least, people exchange cards, chocolates, flowers, and gifts with friends and loved ones. In fact, I'm preparing with Thomas, my son, his Valentine's cards and also sweets, because on Friday he is going to have a special event, Valentine's event at his school, and then he's going to exchange, cards, chocolates, flowers, and gifts with his friends. Now, let me know in the comments, do you celebrate Valentine's Day where you live? Do you have something similar to Valentine's Day? I know that in Brazil, we do celebrate Valentine's Day on, actually, it's in June, on June 12th, if I'm not mistaken. But there, it's just for the, um, it's like for couples, like if you have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, your husband, your wife, or someone, like friends with benefits. So you do that. You celebrate Valentine's Day on June 12th, but it's more in the about relationships, not about like friendships like we do over here. And that's interesting because over here is on February 14th, and in Brazil is on June 12th. So if I'm actually saying something wrong, just correct me in the comments. But I think that's the still is what is happening. So we still in Brazil we commemorate on June 12th. Because holidays, even if it is not holidays, but when you commemorate something, it can change sometimes. I don't know, I think it's better if you commemorate this on this date. So again, Valentine's Day it's not a holiday here in the United States, but it's a special day celebrated around the world, especially here in the United States. I'm just make sure if someone. Okay. Yes. One person is saying yes. I'm married, but we are not celebrating it. We don't celebrate you. We don't celebrate it every year. Okay. So yeah. Well, it's sometimes we are not in a good mood, or we have so many things to do, and then we just, oh my gosh, I forgot Valentine's Day, and it's okay. So the first expression that I want to share with you guys is the expressions. Today we're going to talk about idioms and expressions, okay, about Valentine's Day. The first one is love at first sight. So what does that mean? It means that you You're falling in love the first time you meet someone. So when you fall in love the first time you meet someone, that you would say was love at first sight. For example, it was love at first sight when they met at the coffee shop. So, love at the first sight. Have you heard this expression before? Oh my goodness. Don't celebrate. My husband is cow. I don't know what you mean. Can you? Exactly, depends on the mood. Very good. Yeah, it depends on the mood because sometimes you just you're not in good mood to celebrate. Even yeah, we have Valentine's or we have another dates. That we can commemorate. But if you are not feeling, you're not in a good mood, just oh, he's an animal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we have an expression for that. Okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's not good. You need to change then. Oh my goodness. You need to make him behave better. So, love at the first sight. When you see someone, you say, "Oh my gosh, you fall in love with that person when you first meet him or her." So that is love at first sight. The next one is blind date. Blind date is a social meeting or date with someone you've never met before, or also could be arranged by a friend or family member. You don't know about it, and then you just meet for the first time. It's a blind date. For example, she went on a blind date with a guy her friend set up with member set her up with member. Actually, let me just set her up with member. I need to make sure that it is good, but you got the point, right? When you go on a blind date, you don't know the person, have never seen that person. And there are some cultures where this still happens, and it's fine. So to me, it's just it depends. He wear pajamas, then he sleeps. He wear pajamas, then he sleeps. So have you been on a blind date? I have never gone on a blind date. So everyone that I dated, I knew it, you know. I knew about them. So blind date. Oh, never, yeah. Me too. Yeah, I've never been on a blind date. Very good. Never. Oh, thank you. One person here on YouTube. I'm just answer. Thank you so much for being here. Let me wave over here. So, for those who are joining us now, we are talking about Valentine's idioms and expressions in English. And this is the second one, that is blind date, which is a social meeting, okay? Social meeting or date with someone you've never met before. or that was arranged by a friend or family member or a family member. The next one is fall or be in love. Fall or be head over, actually. Fall or be head over heels in love. That only, it means you love someone very much. So, for example, he was head over heels in love with her after just a few weeks. So, you could say head over heels in love, or in this case we are using was because I'm talking about the past. We could say, oh, he is, for him, he is head over heels in love with her until nowadays, or after, in this case, he is head over heels in love with her after just a few weeks. So you be, so the verb to be there you can use in the present or in the past. Past would be was. Yeah, so especially teenagers, I would say, and we, when we are younger, this is the first time I hear this idiom. Yeah, it was my first time too. So it's like, oh, he was head over heels, over heels in love. Everything was, beautiful, and he was his love. He loved someone very much, or he loves someone a lot. Is to be head over heels in love. The next one looks like it's not what it is written, but it is. So, oops, not this one. So we have over here, be madly, be madly in love. It looks like double meaning, right? Because madly is not something that is supposed to be good, but in this case, it is good. It is just that someone that loves, you love someone very much. It's a lot of love. You could say, oh, they were madly in love and couldn't wait to start their life together. Madly in love. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here, Mimi. Mimi. Thank you so much. So you could say, for example, I was so madly in love with him. That's why we got married right away. For example, that you loved that person very, very much. Let me just see over here because I am. Let me see over here. Let me see if I can manage this. Yeah, I don't think I can. It's because I am blocking a little bit the words on YouTube. Well, sorry guys over here on YouTube, but because it's yeah, don't know what happened. Just see over here. Okay, I think it's okay this way. So I'm madly in love. Have you been madly in love with someone? Oops. Oh man. Okay, this is the meddling love. Sorry. Okay, be meddling love. Now the next one is be crazy about someone. Is to like someone very much. Or you could say to love someone, but in this case, they're saying to like someone very much. For example, she was crazy about him and couldn't stop thinking about their time together. Crazy, when you're crazy, could be a good thing, but could be a bad thing too. First years of marriage, yeah. Yes, the first 2 or 3 years, maybe. We are crazy about each other. Then after that, we are, nah. So be crazy about someone. Again, teenagers, I would say, when young couples, or young boys and girls, they are crazy about their loved ones. And then, as you said in the beginning, when the first 2 or 3 years of marriage, that's not really good, but it's what happens. And the next one is be heartbroken. So this means to be very sad, usually because of a romantic loss. So you pretty much, you say, oh, after, in this case, we have the example over here. After their breakup, he was completely heartbroken. That's why I put the heart over there, like broken apart, heartbroken. Yeah, it's not a good feeling if your heart if you have a heart broken. Remember, it's when you are sad because you lost someone that you loved, or you because of a romantic loss. When you break up to someone. Okay, so the next one is, I think a lot of people actually already had once, in their lives, heartbroken. The next one is puppy love. Puppy love. So if you don't know, puppy is the young version of a dog. So the, let's say, the young version. So you have the puppy, and then you have the dog. So the puppy is the little one, and then so this puppy love means young. So when young love between children or teenagers, like, oh, their relationship was just puppy love, but it felt so real at the time. That means it wasn't true, wasn't real, so didn't last much. Puppy love. I had this feeling when I was younger. Yeah, me too. Yeah, heartbroken. And then the puppy love too. You can say a lot of when you are a teenager. You were a teenager when I was a teenager. So we would say we had, oh, it was just a puppy love, not something real. The next one is, I like actually this one over here, and I didn't know this expression before, was pop the question. It means to ask someone to marry you. For example, after dating for 2 years, he finally decided to pop the question. Will you marry me? So it's like pop the question. And most of the times, the guy is the one that actually pops the question, right? But there are some cases where she asks, she asks to marry her, and then in this case, it would be also pop the question. She, in this case, let's say after dating for 2 years, she finally decided to pop the question, but it's not much, it's unusual to happen like that. Is normally is he is the one. So the guy pops the question. Guys do that. Who did pop the question when he before you get married? If you are married, you did or your partner? In my case, I would have to ask my husband, but I don't think actually we had that. Yeah, I don't think I think it was him, but I don't actually remember. Gonna ask him after. The next one is love is blind. Love is blind. When people do not see the faults in their lovers. She couldn't believe her friend's criticism of her boyfriend. Love is blind after all. So it's like when you don't see, the bad parts, you don't see like faults, in this case, faults in your loved ones, and because after all, love is blind. My husband. Oh, your husband? Oh, okay, your husband asked it. Your husband popped the question, right? He he said, "Will you marry me?" Love is always blind. Yes. Oh my gosh. Love is blind. I like this expression. Yeah, that's why I covered her face over here. I put her with her, um, actually her eyes covered because that means blind. You can't see it because you just feel. That's why it's blind. Love is blind. Love is blind. The next one is a bed of roses. It means a very easy or pleasant situation. And then the example over here is being in a relationship isn't always a bed of roses, but it's worth it. It's not just like relationships, so if you are in a situation like I am, for example, I am from Brazil and I live in the United States. And then I always tell people that living in the United States is not always a bed of roses. That means it's not always very easy. It's not always a pleasant situation because, you know, you feel lonely, you miss your family, so that's in this case, it doesn't need to be just with relationships. You can also use for in a for your um, in a daily situation. Yeah, definitely. You see, because it is not always a bed of roses. And then of course you have to learn a new language. In my case, I speak Portuguese as a first language, and then I had to learn English. And in the beginning I didn't understand anything. It was frustrating. So it's a lot. So that's why isn't always a bed of roses, but it is worth it. In Portuguese, we have also the same, a similar expression, but we don't say that is a bed of roses. We say sea of roses. Always isn't always a sea of roses, but in English is a bed of roses. Portuguese we say mar de rosas. And the next one is over here. Love conquers all. So it means that love is strong enough to overcome all problems. For example, despite their struggles, they believed that love conquers all. I think that is a good expression too. Love is strong enough to overcome all problems. Do you believe that too? Hi, Dang. Let's say hello on YouTube over here. Conquer means that it overcomes. Also, it means. Let me say another one. Um, Let me see another word to use instead of overcome. It would be. Let me get my dictionary over here, and then I would be able to say it better. So I always use Merriam-Webster. Conquer. Uh-huh. So according to my dictionary over here, it's like the first one is actually it's the second, to overcome by force of arms, in this to gain or well, it pretty much gain force, so gain is becomes stronger. Um, it doesn't matter. So you go, you have problems, but love love gives enough strength that you don't feel much, that is like you have a lot of problems or you are struggling. Gain, yes. Gain, very good. Like the master, um let me see. I don't know what you mean by that, but like the master. But it's, yeah, it's a good word. It would be gain. So it gains. It becomes, well. So let's say becomes stronger. Gain strength. Even despite of all the problems, despite struggling. You know. Yeah. Okay. Does that make sense for you guys? Here on dictionary, as I said, is to gain, to acquire by force of arms, to overcome, to gain mastery. Yeah. Now I think I understood, because over here the dictionary is showing to gain mastery over or win by overcoming obstacles or opposition. Oh, I like Celine Dion's song. Yeah, I love her as well. Oh my gosh, yeah, her documentary is beautiful. It's really powerful. If we have not watched it, Love Conquered It All. Oh yeah, I need to actually listen to that song. I don't remember. I know a lot of her songs, Celine Dion songs. So I'm going to take a look on that. Thank you for sharing it. Oops. The next one is over here. Go out with someone. It means to have a steady romantic relationship with someone. They've been going out with each other for a year now. Yeah, so go out with someone. Then you dress up, and then everything's beautiful. You have a delicious dinner together. So you go out with someone. It's pretty much dating. So when you are dating someone, that's what means. Let me see the next one. The next one is, oh, actually that's it. I think we went through all the expressions and idioms that I've prepared for today, and we are going to do a challenge now, challenging situation now. Let's see. I want you guys to think a little bit, okay? And to unscramble the words, okay? So it's all related to Valentine's Day. The first one is, so I have three words over here, and write in the comments what is the word. So unscramble the words and write in the comments, please. This is a quick challenge. No voice. Um, I'm from Brazil. Yeah, so people are asking. Yeah, I'm from Brazil. I have been living in the United States since 2016. Have a romantic Valentine. Okay, so yeah, that is actually is the okay. The first word, very good. Valentine. Yeah, I didn't put the S over there because I didn't want you guys to already know that it would be Valentine. Because it's Valentine is the first is Valentine. Hi Suraj. And then the second, very good guys. The second I see over here, somebody show. Yeah, I don't know how to say your name, but it said February. February, very good. The second. And the third one, lovers. Lovers. Yeah. Awesome. Wow, you guys are great. Oops. Oops. Yes. Over here. And then let me put the. Yes. So the first one is Valentine, February, and lovers. And again, Valentine's Day is on February 14th. So it's going to be on Friday. Yeah, closer. Awesome. If you are watching the replay, please answer this, unscramble the words as well, because this is a good practice, you know, to really to write, in English. So it's really good. Lovers, very good. And I have another one, okay? The another one for you guys, to unscramble. Over here. Unscramble the words. We have 3 words. Oh my gosh, yeah, I am in front of the. Mhm. Yeah, the third one's gonna be harder for you guys to see it. Let me write in the chat over here. So the first one I'm going to spell it. It's Arthe. Okay, the third one. So unscramble that as well. Let me see if you guys already know. Okay, I wrote over here. So the first one from India. Yeah, very good. Nice to meet you too. Flowers. Yeah. Flowers. The second one, yes, Leah, awesome. It's chocolate. Chocolate. And the third one is heart. Awesome, guys. Amazing. Chocolate. Third is heart. Yes, Suraj. Thank you. You're right. Chocolate, flowers. Yeah. Oh, could be earth. You're right. It could be. That's earth. Yeah, that's a good one. Wow, you did amazing. Yes, so flowers. Let me put the answers over here. Flowers, chocolate, chocolate. In Portuguese, we say chocolate, like chocolate. Or you would say chocolate if you want, to pronounce like chocolate. And in Portuguese, it's just chocolate, chocolate. I know it's, I don't know, do you prefer chocolate or chocolate? I don't know, sometimes I think I prefer chocolate instead of chocolate. You see how you change, because when you're speaking another language, you change the way you position your mouth, your tongue, and it's really it's strange in the beginning, but so imagine in my case, same in Portuguese. chocolate, chocolate. Now in English, chocolate, chocolate. You see it? And other many other words you have to you change or you don't open as much your mouth and the jaw changes. You know, like this is the jaw over here. Chocolate, chocolate. And then heart, heart. Of course. Then if I say, okay, well, how do I say heart in Portuguese? Coração, coração. And then in English, heart, heart. I know English is crazy. How do you say heart in your language? Write in the comments. I said in Portuguese, coração. And how about in your language? Oh, es como español. Corazón. You said corazón, coración, right? Or corazón. No, corazón would be. Oh, what is your language, Mimi? What is your first language? Mine is Portuguese. Let me write over here. Portuguese is my first language. Oh, French. Ooh. That is a language that I think it's really beautiful, and I'd like to learn French. So you guys change a lot, like the position of the mouth when you guys are pronouncing. I think it's so beautiful. Yes, chocolate is the same word in Spanish, but and then so we say in Portuguese chocolate, and then maybe in Espanol or Spanish you guys would say chocolate, chocolate, or Russian, mama, all Russian, yeah. I like it. Chocolate, chocolate. Yeah, I don't know how I can use over here, but let me see. Social. Let me see over here if I would be able to chocolate, or in this case Spanish. I have Spanish from Spain over here. Let me see. I think would be almost the same. Okay. Hi. Yes, I do understand Spanish and I use a lot of Spanish. It's like Portugal, when I'm speaking. Spanish is like Portugal. I mix it up with Portuguese. That's why I say Portugal, but I use a lot, at the airport where I work. Yeah, yo hablo español también. Perfect. Spanish is also great. It's a beautiful language. right, so now the next one is over here. I'm gonna ask you guys, do you celebrate Valentine's Day in your country? We talked in the beginning, but I want to also hear a little bit more about that. So do you give gifts, write cards, or plan a special date? Arabic, no, Fatima, no, I don't understand Arabic. I think it's also a great language. Yeah, of course, Leah. Yeah, of course we celebrate Valentine's Day, right? Awesome. And then don't forget to take a look in our latest post on Instagram about Valentine's Day. And if you have not subscribed, okay, to our channel on YouTube, please do it now. It's Fielding English at Fielding English. And we also would be happy to have you on our mailing list, where you're going to receive the about news, the latest, what's going on with us, you know, and then you're going to, according to US, is not permissible according to, okay, there were celebrations and we respect them, but it had some religions problem. Yeah, I totally understand, okay. Yeah, it's not all cultures, that actually celebrate Valentine's Day. So if you have not subscribed to our channel, do it now at Field English. And as I always say, it's about immersion, not perfection, because you don't need to be perfect in English when you are learning a new language. You just need to be understood, and that's the goal. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Our email address is fieldinglearning@gmail.com. If you want to ask questions, just send us an email, say your name, where you are, where you found us, you know. And if you also can go on our website, fieldingenglish.com, and we are everywhere as Fielding English. Okay. It was really nice. We'd have a day, take a gift, chocolate, go in restaurant, drinking. Oh, you do, wow, you do all of that. Woo, wow. You go on a date, you exchange gifts, and like chocolate, go to restaurants, drink wine. Wow, you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Okay, guys. And again, it's about immersion, not perfection. See you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Let me leave and screen over here. You went.